नामश्रेष्ठं मनुमपि शचीपुत्रमत्र स्वरूपम् रूपं तस्यागजगुरुपरिमाधुरीं गोष्ठवाटिम् राधाकुण्डं गिरिवरमहो राधिका माधवासाम् प्राप्तो यस्य प्रथितकृपया श्रीगुरुं तं नतोऽस्मि वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरहरिसे गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तदभक्ताय तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे तं नयमां च by millions of humble obeisances in the Lord's feet of my Paramaradhyatam Om Vishnu Pasi Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, and Sam in the Lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru Om Vishnu Pasi Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj. You know that by the order of, and by the mercy of his Gurudev, his divine Swami Maharaj came to Western countries, Eastern countries, everywhere in this world, and preached the mission of our Guru Parampara in the line of Srila Rupa Goswami, in the line of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Srila Prabhupada, everywhere. In a couple of years, it is very wonderful that how he preached our whole world. In forest, amidst of oceans, on the top of hills, everywhere. How it was possible? It was only possible that he wrote so many letters, books translated, authorized books, Chaitanya Chaitamrita. He translated Srimad Bhagavatam, Gita as it is, and other books. And he ordered his disciples to distribute to all public, even in churches, even in airports, even in supermarkets here and there,
buses,
in railway stations, airports, everywhere. And teenage girls like what name? Shamrani and others, beautiful girls. They preached everywhere. No shame, nothing. Dancing here and there. And they distributed his books. He went everywhere with Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. By this kirtan and by writing books and distributing books. Oh, in couple of years, whole world knew him, and this mission was everywhere preached. I also want. He is my Shiksha Guru. My Gurudev also told to translate books, original books. And I am doing. Up till now, perhaps more than 50 books have come. I think very soon. The supplementary or complementary, I don't know. The books of Swamiji. Gita as it is, but I have given something, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Also, so many things I am giving. Now I want to give of Bhakti Swami Sindhu, what he did in very brief. Now I want to give in with a commentaries of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and
Jeev Goswami Pad.
Jeev Goswami Pad. Very soon, Ijaldin money is coming to you.
Bhajan Rahasya.
Bhajan Rahasya, Brahma Samhita, Brihad Bhagavatam, so many books are standing. So many books are standing in row. The first you should meet, first you should meet.
All are stand by.
So, all are helping me in this way. No, there are, Swamiji has given me, sent me, very learned scholars. Even in Sanskrit, they know Bengali and Hindi. And they are helping me. So many experts of computers, Swamiji has sent to me. Or someone, or businessman he sent to me to help me. So I want also to follow him. And he should inspire me that I can do all these things. So for publications and to distribution of the book, very experienced and
expert, Nischinta
Prabhu. And he has authority to publish the books of Swamiji, original. And he is doing so much. And my most dear, beloved son, Radha, he is assisting him. I think everywhere they are helping me. So I want that my book should be distributed. They should not be in home, ice home or what?
Warehouse.
Cold storage. I don't want. That there should be only for show in cold rooms. I want that, in a cyclic order. Thousands and books should come from press and at once they should be distributed. Again they should be punished. And thus, like Swamiji, there are so many experienced handed persons out there. And I think they will help us. So what is your plan? How you do? Our Radhakant gave a proposal. So what you give proposal?
We'd like to solicit
microphone, please.
We do this program.
I want also that these words that I am coming to preach and help others. This should reach to door. Like Nityananda Prabhu went to door to door. So my books should be door to door like Swamiji. And they are making very good plan. And I think that you will all help.
Yes, dear Vaishnavas, we have a very nice program that you've experienced before at the festivals the last few days. Gurudev's desire is that devotees take some books back with them. And we've printed books at a very, very low price in India and Singapore. And we're willing to offer at this time a very special offer, packets of books that you can take back with you at printing cost price, which is very, very low. And you can sell to your friends, your families, give away to your friends. And everybody can be engaged in book distribution in some way if they like. So Gurudev spent very much time translating, as our entire Guru Varga has pushed on, as he's mentioned. So we'd like to request all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis to please raise your hand. We're going to take some names down or pledges. Mr. Guru will explain what type of program we have. And if you'd like to participate, you can give your name to us now. Thank you. Okay.
So, I think a few of you have experienced this before. We have a few new programs, though, so I just like to tell people about those. Those of you who are in Hilo know that I made a prediction in Hilo, and I just heard Gurudev confirm that prediction. Hilo is famous, or infamous, for having what they call tsunamis, or tidal waves. And for those of us who were around when Srila Prabhupada was here, we experienced one of those tidal waves of book distribution, as Gurudev was explaining, here and there and everywhere. And now again, we see instead of one tidal wave, there's two tidal waves. Srila Prabhupada's books are now descending on the planet. Those remember fondly, Srila Prabhupada's original authorized and approved Krishna book is back on the planet. This is why originally I went to see Srila Gurudev. Somehow or another I knew, I don't know, he said Swamiji sent me, that I asked him if he could help us print this book and distribute it widely. And now by his grace, it is back on the planet. We printed 5,000 sets, and my plan is to sell them before the end of the summer. And then as Gurudev was explaining, he has translated so many books, and Radhakanta has so many books in that warehouse, and Gurudev does not want it in cold storage. So we are going to again see a tidal wave, a flood of book distribution, unprecedented. So we have a few programs that we'd like to tell the devotees about. There are those who are Maharatis. They do very big. And we have a program for those people, big muscle people. So we have a program where they can order 2 cases of each of Srila Gurudev's books and 2 cases of Srila Prabhupada's authorized and approved books. So that's a program, that's for the big Maharatis. That's about $2,200. All right? Then we also have a program for those who'd like to donate books to libraries. So a set of Srila Gurudev's books and a set of Srila Prabhupada's authorized and approved books for a library is like $108. Then you can also distribute books at anniversaries, birthdays, weddings, graduations, house openings, bar mitzvahs, baptisms. All right, so we have that program. Then we also have another couple of programs. Bhakti Sar Maharaj is traveling with some devotees, and you can donate books to his party. And I will also be taking a party to Hawaii to widely distribute books in Waikiki. 6 million tourists go through there from all over the world. So we're going to start out those. You've been around before. You kind of know this gets a little wild, but so we're going to. Yes.
A lot of times in the past, you two have made wonderful announcements, and a lot of people have pledged thousands of dollars to buy lots of books. But then we find later that all those books are in those people's houses, and they never get distributed beyond that. So what is your program for that, getting beyond the Maharaji's houses?
Okay, if somebody has books in their house and they can't figure out how to distribute them, I'll come over. All I need is a little prasadam, some restroom facilities, when you're old, and we'll make sure those books go out. And if you can't get a hold of me, Bhakti Sar Maharaj will come. And as we read in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we will plunder the storehouse of love of God. Also, Manjari is distributing books. So, really, if you can't figure out how to distribute books, who are you going to call? We'll make sure you distribute those books.
I'm going to Guyana, Guyana after Miami, and I need some books to take down.
See, there you go.
Second initiation.
So those of you who'd like to donate so others can distribute books, very nice. And those of you who'd like to take and distribute it yourself, very nice. So now what we're going to do...
Can I just say one thing?
Oh,
Is that
I got one thing.
Okay. I want to stress this new program called the Library College Program. I was in Tucson last week, and in the university there, we went to the stacks, and there were the sets of Prabhupada's books 30 years ago placed there by Isha Prabhu.
Haribo, Isha Prabhu.
So now some of them are very old and worn out. Some are missing from their stacks. So we spoke to Isha and his chincha. And you should understand, Isha has all the contacts of all these libraries, of all the universities in America. He will send them a card saying that we have donors willing to give you a set. If you check this card and send it back to us, we will, and you promise to put them on your stacks, we will send you these books. So for $108, they will get all Verde's books and all these new Prabhupada authorized books to replace all the old ones that are worn out. And with a nice little tag in the front with our addresses and website and phone numbers of the local and the patron who's given that donation if they want to be identified. So I'd like to announce that Nityananda Prabhu, where are you? He and Ted of Tucson are the first to give a set of Verde's books to the University of Tucson, 40,000 students.
Haribo.
And the second person that have donated $108 to San Diego State University is Jayanta and the spiritual Govinda's Bliss Box. So if you don't want to keep them in your house, arrange with his Chintan, he'll ship them to the university or library of your choice.
One more.
She's asking, will Prabhupada's books have addresses where they can come and get?
Yes, we can place those in the books.
Yes.
Yes, our sanghas. The books we produce at Srila Prabhupada's specifically have no addresses for bogus centers. So we can place bona fide centers' addresses in those books.
What about Spanish books?
Spanish books, we're talking to Haridas, Durlabha, Janardana. Right now they have in India, and hopefully they'll be being shipped very soon.
Haridas, you raise your hand also. This is Haridas.
This is Haridas, and we're going to be working very closely with him and the Spanish devotees to also flood the Spanish world with books. So now we don't want to take too much time because there's a drama, and and there's also, you can get a $50 package, a $100 package, a $200 package, a $500 package, a $1,000 package. And for those of you who are feeling the ecstasy of book distribution, a $2,200 package. So, all right, so let's...
Starting at $50.
All right. A pledge. Somebody raise their hand, make a pledge. Shamasundar Prabhu. $108 for the library party. Haribo! Just a pledge. So. Alachua. Haribo.
For Gainesville University.
For Gainesville University.
I'd like to put a set in.
I'd like to put a set of books at UCLA.
$108 from UCLA. Haribo. Shivananda, right on the spot. Haribo.
$20 I'll take what I can get. I'll take the 108 program and 12 or whatever.
Okay. Haribo.
I'd like to put a set of books in the University of Michigan.
Two sets for Madhavananda. Haribo. Ramesh. One set for Kirtananda Prabhu. Haribo.
I'll put a set in Dartmouth College.
Vichitra.
Oh my God.
Smith College, Vichitra. Narayan Prabhu.
Next 10 cards that you should get back to college.
10 sets for $1,080. 10 sets. And oh yes, Prabhu, sometimes I run around for days and weeks and months afterwards trying to collect, and Verde very has a stick. he wants to know. So please find me. All right, let's keep going here. Oh, enough.
One set for Harvard.
How many sets you want altogether?
Four.
Okay. The fourth
will be Yale.
Oh, 4 sets.
4 set means $432.
Huh? What's your name?
Mukara. And what I didn't get to the university. Baldwin Wallace. Haribo. All right, where's some Maharatis here? Your name? Ram Govinda.
How much?
Anyone else? Anyone else?
Prangovinda told nobody.
Ramdas. $2,200 original distributor. When you become a regional distributor, that means we print your name, your address, your phone number, and your email address in the books. And people in your area will call you. Distributors in your area will call you. Mukundabu! $2,200! Another regional center! All right.
Bas.
More?
Bas. One. Take one.
University of Tennessee. Hari, go! Vedanta. Say your name loud so you can write it. Vedanta Sutra Babu. Hari, go! Haridas. UCI California, one set. Hari, go.
UCLA.
No, he put it somewhere else.
UCLA. Two.
Your name?
Vishnudas.
Vishnu Das. 108 for the center in New Jersey. Hari, go! Gaur Premanandi. All set for Michigan State University. Hari, go! Ohio State. Hari, go!
Shambho.
All right. Raise your hand high. Don't be shy. Your name, Prabhu? Say it like we can. Somebody would have. Nitai Chaitanya? And which universities? Rutgers and Princeton. Hari Bo!
Colorado.
University of Colorado. Your name. Say your name loud. Chamaladasi.
Chapala.
Chapala. Dasi. All right. Oh, there's
University of Florida.
University of Florida. Your name?
Vijay Krishnadas.
Vijay Krishna Das.
Jai Krishna Das. Hari Bo!
Okay, Tallahassee, is that all right? We got Gainesville covered. All right. Sham Sundar, is it okay we do Tallahassee? Yeah? Okay. Two covered.
There you go. University of Florida is getting interesting. All right? Why you
Over on
say
back
one
side.
thing? What?
Back side, look. Oh, you.
Florida.
Who?
Oh.
Say your name first. Speak loud. Don't be shy. Oxford University. Who was it? Govindadasi. Hari Bo!
Someone is over there standing.
Prabhu, your name?
Follow me.
Aladar.
It's very nice. We're getting all universities. But one thing, I just want to mention one thing a little bit missing, and that is the book distribution to all your friends and relatives. At past festivals, many devotees have taken $50, $100 back. Is anyone else interested in distributing books themselves to their friends and relatives that wants to take a $50 pack, a $100 pack, $200 pack? Yes, Prabhu?
I'm one for Dunedin, New Zealand.
Library pack.
Attack University. $100 pack.
Sarananda. For what was that? University? Otago University in New Zealand. Hari Bo! Book distribution everywhere.
No, stop. Stop now. No, I didn't use the conversation.
So now we're going. Right now we have Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita as it is, Krishna Book Volume 1 and Volume 2, and Teachings of Lord Chaitanya.
Do you know what the approximate cost of package those were? Because I think I get a lot of Prabhupada saying to get a lot of those.
Okay, well, you can talk to me later and we'll do that. Okay, Gurudev's telling us to wind up. Yes, Oxford, England. All right. Book distribution key. Srila Gurudev key. Srila Prabhupada key. Go Premanandi.
Now, tomorrow we finished Ruci
Yes, sir.
and we began Asakti. Asaktis are of two kinds. So much Asakti in bhajan, and after that in bhajaniya. Bhajan means Shravadam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Shivanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhamat. These 9. Among 9, 5 are most prominent. Sadhu Sang, Nam Kirtan, Bhagavat Sraman, Mathura Vas, Srimurti Sadhaya. In satsang, good association. Sadhu Sangha, first sadhu, good associate, favorable and more superior than what you are,
Like-minded.
like-minded. And then in association or in the guidance of Guru Gauranga, Nam Sankirtan, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur established Nagar Sankirtan and Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami too. In a batch of 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, everywhere.
Nam.
That is Namahat, like this. And then Bhagavat Srama, most important. In the association and from the any Rashik Tattva Vaishnava, we should hear Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, all the books of Goswamis. Not alone will do. So we should, in their guidance, we should hear all these things. And Mathura Vas means Vrindavan, Radha Kunda, all the places, or Jagannath Puri, Navadvip.
Brajamandal, Kshetra
Brajamandal, Gaur Mandal,
Mandal.
Kshetra Mandal. And, this is one. So we should try to follow this. Among them, 3 are more prominent. They conclude all. What? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. 3. Among 3, 1 is prominent. What is that? Oh, Krishna name. Always.
Kirtan.
It includes all. 64 kinds of bhakti, 9, 5, 3, all. It concludes. These names are himself Krishna or Radha and Krishna conjugate. Very powerful. If you are doing chanting, remembering these names under the guidance of Guru and Gauranga, and they should be qualified, then very soon everything you can have. Cheto Darpana Marjanam, and from beginning and top, Vijayate Param Sankirtanam. Oh, you will go up to Radha Das even. So first in bhajan, and then very quickly it will gallop where? Transformed. Asakti in bhajan and also bhajan. Both. Bhajaniya means Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Radha Krishna conjugal. In the line of Rupa Goswami or Rupa Manjari. This is Bhajaniya. And then, if it is mature, not doing any offenses, then very soon it will be transferred into Rati. What is Rati? As I told, bhaktis are of three kinds. Pure bhakti. If we know our goal, what is goal? Annabhilash, Tashanam Deshishlo. And then by senses, if you are following this bhakti, then it will be sadhan bhakti. Otherwise not. To achieve bhav bhakti, bhav bhakti is transcendental. Anyhow, the seed is in heart. It wants some nourishment, waterize and everything. So here, Rati means Shuddha Sattva, Vishesh Atma, Prema Suchansu Samyabhat, Ruci Chittam Masrinya Kridasau Bhavam Uchyate. If your goal is to achieve Bhav Bhakti, and you should know that Bhav Bhakti cannot be done by this material body or material senses. Only by transcendental body and transcendental mood, by Siddha Swarup or Siddha Dehi, it can be done. Otherwise, not this. But even having that goal for Nitya Siddha Bhav, and we are doing some efforts, Sramanam, Kirtanam. Shravanam by these ears, this is material. Yes, these are. They cannot touch name and glory of Krishna, Leela, pastimes of Krishna. They cannot do. But if you have goal, Bhav Bhakti, and hearing by this, even by this material ears, eyes, what doing? Like Ambarish Maharaj, seeing the deities of transcendental deity. Our eyes cannot see, but even you are taking darshan and praying that you should look after me. Give darshan, you praying this. If you will see the deities, you will think that, this is made of marble, stone or anything, or gold by other things. You cannot see. But even praying them that you are transcendental, please be merciful to me. Then they will reveal themselves. Like hate, this is material thing. But if you are going wrong with her, by mind, or mind is also material thing. But if you are engaging, then they will reveal. Shevan mukhohi jivvado. What is slow? Atat Krishnamadina bhavet grahyam indriya. Shevan mukhohi jivvado swayam eva spuratada. If you have desire to serve, don't take prasad. Never. You should serve Mahaprasad. Don't chant name. What? Serve name. Hare Krishna. This is service. Don't hear Katha. What do? Serve Hari Katha. You are transcendental himself, Krishna. I cannot hear. Be merciful that you should sprinkle in my heart. Thus, Shaman Mukho or Swang, it reveals. Nam Atma Pravacharina. By learning, by hearing thousand and thousand years, by doing all things. If you are Saranagat,
Surrendered soul.
and you want to serve, then they can reveal. He will say, oh, he wants, and so myself should be revealed. So he reveals. So you should know the meaning. Shuddha Sattva. What is Shuddha Sattva? Rati coming from Shuddha Sattva, not from Mishra Sattva. What is Mishra Sattva? What is material Sattva? And what is Vishuddha Sattva? We'll have to know. And what is that, O Bhava? Or you can explain this issue. Very carefully you should try to know. It is rare. This katha in world you cannot have anywhere. Oh, fear and not down in your hearts.
Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnanandana Salakaya Chakshur Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Srila Gurudev ordered me to briefly explain the meaning of this verse of Srila Rupa Goswami part, wherein the definition of Bhava Bhakti has been expressed so clearly and eloquently by Srila Rupa Goswami. It is very important to understand what is Bhava Bhakti, because Bhava Bhakti is the aim and object of our sadhana bhakti. So unless one has a clear conception of what is Bhava Bhakti, then he cannot begin sadhana bhakti. Sadhana bhakti is the first stage. If he is not beginning the first stage, then he is nowhere. So it's very important to understand what is Bhava Bhakti. Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma Prema Suryangsu Samyabhak Ruci Bit Chitamasanya Kridaso Bhav Uchate. Shuddha Sattva, these are the first two words of the verse. The word Sattva means existence, and that which possesses existence is called Sattva. This existence is of various varieties. When the jiva his consciousness is immersed in the activities of Sattva, Raja and Tama, the three modes of material in this world, at that time he is called Mishra Sattva, existing in the plane of mixed existence. Jiva is of Krishna's Tatastha Shakti, but Sattva, Raja and Tama have entered into his Sattva and he is experiencing the material plane. That level of existence is called Mishra Sattva. If he will rise up gradually, the modes of, by hearing Harikatha and serving pure devotees, Tadara Dastamo Bhavas Kamalo Cheta Eta Anavidham Stitam Sattve Prasiddhati. If he will rise up gradually, the modes of passion and ignorance will go away by the association of Sadguru and Shuddha Vaishnavas. He will come to the level of pure goodness, material goodness, when it is never completely pure. It will always have a touch of passion or ignorance there. So you have to go higher. Above the material goodness, ordinary material goodness, which always has some tinge, is the plane of Shuddha Sattva, pure existence. The jiva originally is of this existence, Shuddha Sattva, pure. But in this state, there is no perception of his pure identity and the spiritual varieties. You have to come to the plane of Vishuddha Sattva. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained, Vishuddha Sattva means when pure existence is possessed of individuality of a shape, a form, and a location, then it's called Vishuddha Sattva. So Vishuddha Sattva is the plane in which Krishna and all of his paraphernalia exist. Sattvavalambhi Parasattvam Vishuddha Sattvam Govindam Adipurajam Tamaham Bhajami. Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam. This plane, Vasudeva plane, is the plane of Vishuddha Sattva, wherein Krishna and his transcendental paraphernalia exist. So what is Bhav Bhakti? Bhav, which is our goal, is not some speculation. It is not imagination. It is not a material emotion. It is not anything which is available in this material world. What is it? Shuddha Sattva Vishesh Atma. Vishesh indicates that this Shuddha Sattva is Vishuddha Sattva. It is of that plane. Shuddha Sattva Vishesh Atma. It is Vishesh, a special combination of two vrittis, two energies, two functions of the Swarup Shakti. That is, it is a special combination of the function of Samvit Shakti, that is Krishna's knowledge potency, which gives one knowledge. What kind of knowledge? Of one's relationship. That is called Sambandha Gyan, knowledge of relation with Krishna. This knowledge of relation is the foundation of all kinds of transcendental mellows. And it being the combination of Samvit Shakti and also Hladini Shakti. Hladini Shakti means Ananda, the pleasure potency of the Supreme Lord. So, Shuddha Sattva, that manifestation which is of the supremely pure goodness, which is a special combination of Samvit and Hladini. Vishesh Atma. Here, Atma means, it comes from, Krishna's Atma, that is Radhika. Radhika is the ultimate, supreme abode and origin of all Samvit and Hladini Shakti, wherein the combination of these two Shaktis, which is known as Bhakti Shakti, is intensified to its highest level, that is called Madhanakya Mahabhav. This Madhanakya Mahabhav is the sun, which illuminates everything about Krishna, which no one can know except even Krishna cannot know. Only Radhika, by the illumination of the sun of her prem, can understand all of Krishna's beauty. E prema dwari nitya, Radhika e kale, amaram madhuryamrita, ashwade sakale. But from the spiritual world, from Radhika and her expansions, this prem shines down. Not the complete sun, no, only one small ray. Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma Prema Surya Anksu. Anksu means a ray. One tiny ray of the sun of transcendental prema. When this is reflected into the heart of the jiva, then what happens? Ruci bi chitamasrinya kridaso bhava uchite. By the descent of that transcendental bhav, it will not come directly. It will not fall from the spiritual sky and land on you. How will it come? It comes into this world in the vehicle of the pure devotee, who is in the stage of prema or bhav. And when we associate with them, when we surrender ourselves unconditionally at their lotus feet, and when we serve and please them, then their heart melts. And this Vishuddha Sattva Vishesh Atma Prema Surya Ansu, a ray of this transcendental emotion, is reflected from their heart into our heart, causing the heart to melt. Now, the heart has some hardness, like water when it is frozen becomes hard. But if water is put in a warm place, then it will begin to melt. So similarly, when the conditioned soul serves and surrenders with Sadguru and Shuddha Vaishnavas, then his heart starts to melt. What is that melting condition? Ruci bi chitamashrinya. It is manifest in the form of ruci, some taste. This taste and the taste that we discussed yesterday are not the same.
What is ruci?
This ruci.
What is the meaning of ruci bi chitamashrinya?
Yes. Here, chitta, the heart is masrinya, begins to melt by ruci. They have been divided into three types, as explained by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. This melting of the heart is characterized by Bhagavat Prapt Abhilas, a very intense hankering to meet with Krishna. But this is not enough. The next ruchi is called Anukul Abhilas. If you will meet with someone, but you will not be satisfied unless you will have the chance to do anukul seva, to render some seva, which is particularly favorable, very, very pleasing for one's Ishtadev. That is called anukul abhilas. But it still may not be enough. You may have a chance to do service, but where is the intimacy, the closeness of hearts? That is called surat bhav, the oneness of hearts with your Ishtadev, intimacy. So when you have a desire for surat bhav, intimacy, that is called, it is not so hard to remember, that is called so hard abhilas. Not so hard to remember. You can remember. So the melting of the heart by three tastes, or those three tastes are Bhava Prapta Abhilas, the desire to attain the association of your Ishtadev. Anukul Abhilas, upon associating with one's Ishtadev to render a very favorable service which is very pleasing. And so hard Abhilas, the desire for Surat Bhav, or such friendship and intimacy with one's Ishtadev. So when, by the mercy of Srimati Radhika and the Nitya Parakars of Radha and Krishna, the ray of the sun of Prem descends to this world through Guru Parampara, through Sadhu Sangha, and that ray touches our heart and it begins to melt, characterized by the three very intense hankerings to meet with, to serve favorably, and to have intimate love for one's Ishtadev. Then Sa Bhava Uchate. That is called Bhav Bhakti, and it is the goal of our sadhana.
You have heard all this. You are hearing, but realizing so hard. But still we are explaining why. If you will have greed a little bit, then you can advance and realize after so many lives. It may be 100,000, but it is very small period. If you are realizing even in 1,000 births, very, very small period. In comparison to we are coming from the original creation, Anadi. So, in brief I am telling, Shuddha Sattva. Our transcendental, we have transcendental form, though it is covered by Maya. That is this gross body and
subtle body.
But we have. But it is in latent position. We are eternal servant of Krishna. We have form. We have all qualities. But it is covered with. But his sattva, sattva means sandhini, the act of what?
Essence of
existence of all the souls, especially Baladev Prabhu is sandhini. He is the root of all existence. From Baladev Prabhu, our existence is here. This is Shuddha Sattva. And in this Shuddha Sattva Sandhini, now, Chid and Ananda. Sandhini means Sambit, and then Hladri both will combine, come. Their Atma will come. Their life will come. What is the life? So we are telling. Here, Sambit means knowledge. But knowledge is transferred there in relationship. What that is? Prem, Sneh, Man, Pranay, Rag, Anurag and all. And then Ananda, Hladini Shakti, Srimati Radhika mood, mixes both. Because that Ananda is the soul and life of that one. And then it comes or descends on the heart of the Sanghin, both mixing. Like there is a seed, but if no earth, no light, no sunlight, no air, and other things, water especially, then it will draw. But if, like Suddha Saptaji here, it is given on that, and Ladini and Sambit both comes. How comes? Some potency is in Suddha Sattva in Jiva. Like seed. Seed only by the help of water, air, sun, it can sprout. So the same case, the seed here, potency is now covered like a bee, seed. Water is needed. What is water? Harikatha. Why Harikatha? What Harikatha? Harikatha and Hladini and Sambit all are same. Through Harikatha, Sambit and Hladini, they will come here. And then they can manifest. Air, sun, and all these are essential. Water is essential. But they cannot give what is here, we have. If anyone is of Dasyaras, same Harikatha, same place, one Guru even. But according to the Shuddha Sattva of Jiva, what is like a seed in Jiva, only it can sprout. If we are of Dasarasi, it can Das. Like Vijay Kumar and Brajanath Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Same Guru, same Harikatha, everything same. But he became in Sakharas and he became in Madhukaras. So it cannot be transferred. If you keep a seed on the bank of Ganges and waterize the Ganga water, same sun, same
air,
same land,
sunlight,
same sunlight,
same garden,
mango, and babla,
thorny tree,
imli,
tamarind,
jackfruit, neem, they will come. They cannot come like one. Understand? What?
Not come same, different.
Not different.
All different, not same.
All different. So tamarind will be tamarind, mango will be mango. No. Mango cannot be changing thorns and thorns cannot be
changing mango.
Tamarind cannot be changed. So sadhu sang cannot change. It can waterize only. Someone tells that, according to sadhu sangha, our rush will come. No. Each jiva. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written everywhere, very vividly. It cannot be changed by only hearing katha. What is there only can be. So, everyone has something. Then you may ask that we are so many here. So, it may be that someone be of Narayan, Vaikunt Seva. Someone be Nirvisheshvadi. Someone can be Sakharas, Dasyaras, Vasari. But why we are gathered here? And one guru is giving to them one Gopal mantra or all these things. So we are all of the same race? Oh, it may be. Why? Because Krishna and Krishna bhakti is like a touchstone or chintamani. You have something here in your constitutional form. And that is why attracted in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu name. And line. There are thousands and thousands of persons even in Alachua. How many you are coming? Only 10 or 20. Not more than that. Or it may be, how many? It may be
30, 50,
50,
100.
It may be, not more than. But Alachua population is
6,000.
So whole world population is so much, you cannot count. Only the male or female, human, in the whole world, 5 or
6 billion.
6 billion. 6 billion. Among how many are devotees? And among them, how many are Gaudiya Vaishnava? Very rare. So don't doubt. Don't. Try to follow Chaitanya Mahaprabhu line. And very soon, you will be in this line. One thing, Ruci Chittam Marsin. What is the meaning?
Heart.
Ruci. Oh, I want to taste the same bhakti as Jashoda Mother loved Krishna. Same Krishna. This is Ruci. I want to love Krishna. I want to serve Krishna. Like Siddhant, Madhumangal, Shubal. A special thing. I want to serve Krishna in this way. This is Ruci. Ruci means greed. To greed, to serve Krishna in a shortened way, process. What is that process? Oh, I want to serve Krishna in the mood of Lalita. What is that mood? She loves Krishna and Radhika in so much way. She can control and she can chastise them. Oh, I love so much. I want to serve Radha Krishna with the greed that, oh, I should be made docile of Srimati Radhika. And he will come to meet Radhika. I will tell him, oh, return back from the road of this school. You cannot go. And Krishna will
folded his hand and pray.
And he will fall down on the lotus feet of that Sakhi. That, oh, let me go there. Allow me to go there. And then, no. You are black from up. We cannot allow you. And again, I like to serve Radha and Krishna like this. Oh, this is Ruci Chittam Marsin. Oh, Marsin what? Oh, now Chit, by this greed, has become what?
Soft.
He told. Very soft and melting.
And smooth.
And very smooth. Chittam Marsin. Oh, then Asakti, Bhava. Oh, but in small form, they are coming. Then it is called Bhava. Who is sadhak in this world for this? We are not really pure sadhak. We are sadhak. But what sadhak? Oh.
Of sadhan bhakti.
No, not sadhak. Like a semblance.
Abhas.
Abhas. Real sadhak was Bilya Mangal. But not first time. When he met with Oh, very beautiful prostitute. And when he was what?
Pushed by him.
Kicked by her. And then he realized, what I'm doing nonsense. And then he
Peered his eyes.
and then weeping, oh Krishna, oh Krishna, oh Krishna. Then Krishna came and took his hand in his hand, and very soon he reached to Vrindavan. Oh, and then he began to do bhajan, pure bhajan. Oh, he is called sadhak. Don't see that we are sadhak. Oh, it may be so many births to enter in real sadhak position. So, begins from sadhak. He is pure sadhak. Sadhak of what? Bhava, bhakti. Now he wants what? His mood is what? His greed is that of love and affection like Gopi, Shakha, parents and others. Up to now we have described. Now it is 7:30 about. We are finishing class today. But I wanted to speak about sadhaks. Like Jnani Bhakta, Shuddha Bhakta, and then Premi Bhakta, Premapar Bhakta,
Prematur.
and Prematur Bhakta. In this way I wanted. But tomorrow our classes will be finished perhaps.
One more day.
Tomorrow.
One more night.
Tomorrow's last day.
Tomorrow we will try to discuss all these things in very brief, that you can know and have conception of bhakti. I think these Harikathas are very rare in whole world, even in India, even in Vrindavan. Follow all these things and try to be a Shuddha, pure sadhan, sadhak. God Preman. Any question? What? Any question? What?
নামগুলো announce করতে হবে।
Oh, no. You want to? Any question? What?
Also.
Any question?
Maitreya.
What do you want?
Not here, but
Well,
in
Gurudev,
announce.
you said that your katha is very rare in this world. But I just want to announce
এইটা থাকবে এখানে।
in 2 weeks, we will be broadcasting live via the internet Gurudev's Harikatha from Germany for the whole world.
What I should not understand. People learn it.
If you're interested to
পুরো
hear this
বিশ্বের বিভিন্ন প্রচার
live
করবে।
broadcast, and it will also be by video this first time because we'll have high-speed broadcast, please come and see us.
Very fun.
Names.
Who?
Isha Prabhu.
Isha Prabhu.
Devotees who will not pay their festival fees, they should. Oh.
What should I do?
You can
What should I do?
ears.
I should say that you should pay. They are very intelligent, I know. And they are more care for this. They know that here or some what expenses are here. They will realize they don't want to be burdened on anyone. So I have nothing to tell them. Oh, they are very intelligent. Last day tomorrow. Oh, you will see that they will pay all dues.
This morning the devotees received initiation from Sri Gurudev. Please stand up.
What he is telling. Give a chance.
You said that Samvit Madini is transferred through Harikatha. So the person giving that Harikatha must have that in his heart.
Yes, otherwise how he can do? So I told, like Bill among his guru is a person who can tell that Harikatha. That is why I told it is very rare.
You said some jivas will go into Sakya mood, some will go in Dasa mood. You said some jivas may go in Nirvisheshwari mood. But if the old jiva Swarup is a Krishna Nitya Das,
How is it possible that any jivas can go towards nirvishesh jnana?
Oh, it may be. Because from the original line, if they are attracted to this world and they are in the society and sangha of Nirvisheshva, who are offenses in the lotus feet of Krishna, then they will make offenses, and thus, their transcendental form will be like Nirvishesh.
But originally they have also by constitution another.
But now it will be finished.
It cannot be.
Like demons kill them.
If seed, if you will put in fire, what will be?
It will not sprout.
Not a sprout, or he will burn to ashes. So even a Jew has concentration of something, but doing offenses, oh, they will be like Nirvishesh body. But if they are, as Gita tells, para bhaktin, ठीक है? Bhavate. If they are not offensive, they are in line of Sukdev Goswami or Sanat Sanandam Sanat Kumar. They are not offensive, they are Harikatha hearing. They may go to the council of Sukadev Goswami. They may go to Rupa Goswami. They may come to any devotee's council, and gradually they can change. Otherwise, no. If they are offensive, it will burn to ashes. Burn to ashes means they will be Nirvisheshvadi.
You said that the same guru can nourish different rasas. So the question is, suppose a guru is saying the highest attainment is to become a maidservant of Radhika, and then there's somebody else in the audience who has a constitutional form of Dasyarat. Does that mean he won't hear that? He'll hear something else?
You should understand by example. Narad Goswami is guru of Dhruva. He is guru of Prahlad. He is guru of Vyasdev. Valmiki. And Chitraketu Maharaj. And it may be that Narad Goswami, in the form of Bhava Mangal, Madhu Mangal, he is really Madhu Mangal. What he can give, you can understand. So same Narad Goswami, or different disciples, according to their stages, he can give something else. No, because he is full. The Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Sarup Damodar Rayana, they have, that is Sakhi of Radhika, or maid servant of Radhika. They are full. Even Mahabhavi is there. But even a very low stage person can come. They will help. And by their help, he will be like some stage. He will not be like that. Mahabhav. It may be that he may come to Dasharas. He may come to other rasas. He may come to, but Guru is same Narad Goswami, Arupa Goswami maybe, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But on the different platform of bhakti he can give. He can help. He will sprinkle his mercy according to their stage. Not all that they will be in Mahaprabhu.
He's telling that if Gurudev says the topmost is Radha Darshan, and anyone has a desire for Shakyava, then he will think, if anyone wants to be like Subal Siddham or any Shaka, and Gurudev is telling topmost service is Radha Darshan, to become Nesarvata Srimati Radhika, then that person who has desire to develop Shakyava, he will think, but for me, topmost is something else.
So that Guru will help up to that. And then he will send to seniors. some more those who have Sringar Ras or he will send. Like Vaishnava Das of Nodi, he sent his 2 disciples to Puri, to whom? In this way. There are so many things, so many things.
Name. No names announced. Ramajan Das.
What you want? Oh, if you will ask whole day and night, so many questions, it will not be finished.
Ramajan Das, please stand up.
Oh, Ramayan Das.
Ramajan Das.
What name?
Ramayan. Valmiki Ramayan.
Who gave name?
And Sri Dayananda Goswami?
Yes. Harijananda.
Oh, Ramayan Das. You, if you like, you can. You like Ramayan Das?
You want a different name?
Oh, Ramayan Das Prabhu ki jai.
Did he understand that question? Can we have that question in Portuguese? Did he understand the question that Gurudev just asked?
Then?
Rasika Dasi.
Radhika Dasi.
Rasika.
Rasika?
You want to change the name, eh? Don't want to change the name. Oh. Your mother said you want to change?
No. Rasika Dasi ki. A gopi only can be Rasika, otherwise no. So you should think that I am maid servant of gopis.
Jenny Ann Tyndall, sister of Padmanabha Maharaj, Sri Padmanabha.
Jai Sri. Oh, Jai Sri. Very, very good name. Jai Sri.
Daruka Das Prabhu.
Daruka Das Prabhu.
Dhananjaya.
Dhananjaya Prabhu ki.
Gopal Das Brahmachari, proceeding Diksha.
Very good name. Gopal Das Prabhu.
Damodar Das Brahmachari.
Oh, good name. Damodar.
Lasika Dase from Costa Rica.
What name? Latika.
Lasika.
And her name?
Rasika.
Oh. So Lasika Dasi ki.
Suchitra Dasi from Costa Rica.
Suchitra Dasi ki. Finished? Oh, then. Let okay, concur. ভালো করে খুব ভালো সুরে ভালো সুরে नहीं तो महामंत्र कर दो बहु रखने
हरे कृष्णा